what's up, it's JJ and this is the Huge Havalina. This pedal was designed by Jeorge Tripps, the mighty Jeorge Tripps, who founded Huge in the 90s and designed lots of classic pedals like the Aquapus analog delay, the camel toe, the pig foot, and of course the Huge swollen pickle jumbo fuzz. He was also responsible for designing the mini fuzz faces and many other Jim Dunlop classics. He's a great engineer. What's special about the Havalina is that it is a germanium fuzz, and if you're not familiar with the different types of fuzz pedals, you want to hear the difference between a germanium and a silicon equipped fuzz pedal, you should check out my video on fuzz faces. That's also on my channel. This has 3 new old stock Russian transistors, and apparently those are very hard to find. These might become rare. They sound substantially different from silicon equipped fuzz pedals, a lot more retro, a lot more 60s, very garage. So without further ado, let's dig right in. Alright, so here's a close-up of the Havalina. As you can see, knob-wise, nothing special, just a regular volume knob, a fuzz level control, and a tone control. You can run this off a 9-volt power supply or a battery. The battery compartment is very conveniently placed on the front of the pedal, so that makes for easy battery change once the pedal is on your pedal board. And also what I think is very handy is that the input and output jacks are on the top, especially on a tight pedal board. I'm playing on a Strat that's on the bridge pickup into a clean Fender Blues Junior that was mic'd with a Sennheiser E906, and here's that clean sound. Okay, and as you can see, I've got the fuzz and tone control set to 12 o'clock, and the volume is at about 10, which is where unity gain is. Neck pickup. Back to the bridge pickup. Let's turn the fuzz level up. So that was the neck pickup again. Okay, let's turn the fuzz level up full. Let's clean it up with the guitar's volume control. Now I'm just going to put the fuzz control before 12 o'clock. Let's up the volume a little bit. Now let's mess with the tone control for a little bit. We'll put the fuzz level back to 12 o'clock. Alright, so here's the verdict. Marketing-wise, of course, the Havalina is a very clever design with the new old-stock Russian germanium transistors that are pretty rare. That instantly makes a certain type of guy want one, a certain type of player want one, including me. As a musician, you always want to stand out, I think, and you always want something that is hard to find, different from the other guys, you know. So, and also, because it was designed by Jeorge Tripps, it even says so on the tin, that helps too, because he designed lots of cool pedals. So attaching his name to this design and you know, Way Huge is his brand, that helps too. So how does it sound? Well, I think it sounds really great. You know, it sounds like a good germanium fuzz. It sounds very much like a germanium fuzz face, and with higher tone settings, it becomes almost tone benderish. Lots of people are complaining that it doesn't have enough low end. That doesn't really bug me because in a band, you always want more mid-range emphasis in order to cut through the mix and not as much low end. But that's just, you know, my opinion. So any concerns? Well, yes, I'm not overly fond of the cleanup sound. I like the lower fuzz settings, but cleaning up the pedal with your guitar's volume control is not a very pleasing sound to my ears. Another concern that I have with this is that although it's a beautiful pedal, when you want to apply Velcro to the pedal, there is this artwork printed on it, so you might ruin the paint on the back of the pedal and ruin the looks and ruin the value, of course, because resale value is very important to us guitarists as well, because, you know, every once in a while we want a new pedal, we want to resell it, and it has to look good then. So, but other than that, it sounds terrific, very fuzz face like, very tone bender like, but definitely has its own thing going on. So hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe. If you want to get in touch, you can go here. See you next time. JJ out.